Hi everybody, how are you? Today is is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday, November 15th or 16th, one of those days, I'm not quite sure. And you can't see my face because today I decided, and who am I, right? This is Consuelo, Viola's daughter, and I'm Consuelo, and this is my channel where I speak about crocheting and my love of crochet and a few family tales once in a while thrown in between, but for the most part it's all about crochet. Thank you to my existing subscribers who have come back, and welcome to my new subscribers who are just tuning in and trying to figure out what I'm all about. And before we get started, would you do me a big favor and give me the thumbs up? Yeah, give me the thumbs up underneath the video. I appreciate it very much. It's going to help me a lot. And after I do this little trial and error, or test, I should say testing, then maybe I'll move the camera. But for now, I have it in position. I think you can see it pretty well. And so I'm thinking of just leaving it here first. So let me show you what I'm thinking of doing. I went to Michael's a few days ago, and I bought this Prym. I'm going to try and put it to the camera. I hope I'm going the right way. It's readable, I hope so, legible. And it's called Prym. What is that? P-R-Y-M. And it's a size G4 millimeters. I'm going to take it out of the package so you can see what the hook actually looks like. It's supposed to be aeronautics. And it's supposed to be really super smooth. I heard a lot of people rave about it. Price is more than reasonable. It's very affordable, especially if you do have trouble with your hands, arthritis or some disability, or just gripping. As we get older, I could tell you, our grip changes from when it was when we were younger. I was a lot stronger, my hands and arms, and now that I'm reaching the age that I'm reaching, it's not the case. So this is the packaging, and it tells you right on front, it's very clear. I hope you can see this. I'm not sure. I don't see it in my camera. Is it focusing? Focus, focus, please focus. You know, the size is right there on the bottom. And as you can see the hook. Can you see it? Let me turn it this way. I think it looks better this way. And being that it's white, it's probably a problem. It's shaped, I think, sort of like the Susan Bates. But to tell you the truth, I get them confused. I hear people saying Susan Bates, and what's the other brand that some people like? I've heard of Heroes, and I think there's another brand, and for the life of me, I can't remember. I'm a clover lover, but I'm willing to give it a try. Last week sometime, was it last week? Yeah. We were having a conversation on a live chat weeks previous to that, and last week I decided, let me count my hooks. So I knew I had about close to 20, 25, you know, off the top of my head. Well, when I finished counting my actual hooks, it came out to be 42 hooks. 3 or 4 of them are specialty items, one I got from Joe at Triple C, her husband, and then I got some from Brenda, and they're special hooks. And I believe the other one is Veronica. So I have a few special handles. I use them, but I'm afraid I'm going to drop them and break it. They have like, what's that? Polymer clay handles. They're very beautiful, and they're special. So I'm just making like a collection of nice hooks and trying to keep them safe. And out of my drop C hands that I always drop my hook at least once a day. Most of the time it's twice a day. So these are pretty. They're color coded. They have like a little texture to it, so I guess so they're not slippery in the hand. They took time with the design. They're really pretty. Feel smooth. So what I did was I pulled out like my ordinary everyday yarn. This one doesn't have a label, but it's a scrap of Mandela worsted for weight, and it's just what was left out of a ball. And then this one is just yarn, worsted for weight. So I got all the same weights because I figured how can I tell if they were. And then the third one is Red Heart Super Saver. Red Heart Super Saver, the yarn that every one of us who crochets or does some kind of fiber art uses. It's available all over America. It used to be produced in America, but now I think it's made in Turkey and distributed in the U.S. It's by Coates and Clark, Red Heart. Everybody uses this one. The new ones are nice and soft. They almost, they feel the same. I can't even tell. Now, some of the Red Hearts, I noticed that when I go to buy it, I always touch every one of them. Different colors feel different. And everyone claims that, not everyone, but the people I've listened to claim that it's because sometimes the texture is changed by the dye color. Whatever, some of them are softer than others. So I thought, let me give it a test and see if I like it. And I thought maybe you enjoy trying it too, if you're considering even purchasing one. I'll probably buy different sizes because this one is really small. I use 4. If you're starting out and you want to have like a set of crochet hooks, I suggest, and it's only my suggestion, there's no hard rules here, you don't need 10 different sizes. More than likely, you're going to find the one that's most comfortable and most patterns are using. And it could be anywhere from 3.7, but that is very hard to hold in your hand. Until you get your grip all in line and the style that you like to crochet in. So I would suggest that you start no smaller than a 4, a 5, 5.5, and the biggest you probably would go is a 6. So, on average, so like a 4 is some people call a 4 millimeter size hook is a G, and then you have 5, which is a H. You have a 5.5, which is the letter I, and then you have 6 millimeter, which is J. And J is really nice and loose. It works for most people. And even if you have something wrong with your hand, a J definitely will work. So I have a 4, only because I don't have a lot of 4s. And at the time when I went to the store, my 4 was missing. It was in one of my other project bags, so I bought a 4. So I'll go home. If I need it, I'll have one. What I like about it, one thing is it's big, long. That's the one thing I really like about it. It's long. It's longer than my hand. I happen to know the measurement of my hand. Oh, no, actually, it's pretty much the same. My measurement from my fingertip, my longest finger to my end of my palm is 7.5. So this is easily 7.5 inches long. So even if you have a bigger hand or a bigger hand than mine, you probably still can get a nice grip on it. So I'm going to. We all make our slip knots a different way. What I do is, let me put it in the camera. What I do is I just twist mine and grab. When you get to know me, you'll find out I do everything as easy as possible. There it comes out. You just grab, if you want a long tail, a short tail, you just twist any direction, it doesn't matter, left and right, up and top, bottom, and then you grab. That's it. And you grab the one that you're going to use, which would be the longest one. I'm going to take it out again. See that it's definitely a slip knot. You stick your needle in. You can twist any way it works for you that day. Some days I do it the other direction because that's the way I am. You see you have a small knot there. I'm not sure if you can see that. Let me do it one more time so you see what I did. I just twist it. Oops, am I out of frame? So you just twist it and you pull through. Okay? And then I pull on the short one and it tightens up. You can always put one more to be sure, and then you made a knot for sure. Some people are kind of scared about what their knots look like. I don't really care. I put extra knots in there if I want to. It doesn't matter. So now you make a couple of chains, and so far I'm having a really easy time with this. Even though my yarn is splitty, no problem with the Super Saver. You can see it, nice even stitches. My grip is, I guess, what they call the knife hook, and I like to do as least amount of motion as I can, so I guess I turn, but I don't remember. Today is Tuesday, so today I turned. And as you can see, nice even stitches. I have a real loose grip. I used to have carpal tunnel in my wrist. If you see here, you can see I have a kind of a lump here. I had carpal tunnel in my wrist. I don't grip anything hard. I don't grip anything, especially when you're using your tools, no matter what you're doing. A little tip from the old crafter here is any tool should never be held harshly. You shouldn't be going like this, and not if you want to crochet for a long time, okay? So what I'm telling you is all suggestion. So I find this to be really easy to use. I'm gonna try it one more time. I guess I forgot I put double knot in here. So let me try it one more time. And I'm leaning over on my stomach, so if I sound breathless, it's not because I'm going to have an asthma attack. It's just because I'm leaning over and squashing the belly. I'm trying to get it in my camera. And oh, by the way, folks, this is pretty new to me, even doing a tutorial with my cell phone. I don't know if you can see those, but it's nice and even. Slides on there. I didn't change my speed. In fact, I'm in an awkward position, and I still didn't have to change my the way I do it. So see, I just pull my knots out. All right, so these hooks work really well on this yarn, which most of us have. I don't care if we like expensive yarn or designer yarn, hand-dyed, hand-wound. All of us have some red heart somewhere in our stash. We may not tell you we use red heart, but I'm sure you have either red heart black or white because it's always available. So we probably do have it. As you can see, I'm using my living room little stool. What do we call this? Ottoman. Because I thought maybe I could get closer to the camera. So now I'm going to try this yarn, which is also the similar yarn. It's Just Yarn by Prym, worsted. Hope you can read it. I might have it upside down. This is very awkward. I never tried doing it. It's 4-weight. It's 100% acrylic. I don't really use. I use acrylic and I use cotton. I have some cotton here. I'll try it with cotton too, definitely. So I did want to pull it from the outside because I want to put this back on my shelf. So I'm going to pull it on the inside. I have another secret tip. You know how sometimes you can't? It's not a secret, but I found out about it later in life. You know how when you try to find your yarn, oh, this doesn't want to come off. It's glued on there, darn. Yeah, it's glued on. So the one skein that I have that the band doesn't come off, I'll show you that tip another day. I have a lot of little tips. So I'm using this one. This is another yarn I use a lot, so that's why I want to know, does this hook work? All right, so we're going to do it again. I do the twist. You know how you do your slip knot, however you do. I see people wrap it around their finger. This was taught to me by my mother-in-law, who is from Holland, Netherlands, and this is the way she crochets. Let me see if I can get a little closer to the camera. I hope you can see it. I can't tell because the phone is in the way. Oh, no, I'm not having any problems. I can go as fast as I want. No grabbing, no splitting, no snagging. Lovely, lovely chains, even, not too tight. And that's a 4. I kind of like these. I'm not complaining. Okay, this is, unfortunately, I have the label on this and I just grabbed it real quick. This is Mandela. Yeah, it's Mandela. It's a 3-weight. Now, let me see if I can get this apart. Okay, I'll take it from the outside. Some of these things want to work from the outside. So this is Mandela. This is 3-weight. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to just, you ever notice how glitzy you are in the camera? See, I'm real cheap. I usually make my tails really small. Again, my mother-in-law was Dutch. That's how she taught me. Let me make a longer one. Okay, we don't have to save yarn. You know, nothing would be more frustrating than when you have just a little far to go and then you wasted it on your tail, right? So now, this is really tiny. These are going to be small. Yeah, no problem, no problem. It's just sliding off her. Oh, I think this is going to be my next love. You know what? This is a thought. Beautiful stitches, no problem. You see I'm just flying through here. Let me see if I make a single crochet. This is actually, I'm cheating. This is the way I actually hold my yarn. Okay, and this is thin yarn. It's thin. Whew. The 4 is almost too big for it. Okay, I'm still not having any problems other than my hand's working funny. That was single stitch. Let me see if I do a double stitch. This is a half double. Yep. And you know, in the beginning of the chain, it's really hard to hold your work. You really can't do it fast. It takes a certain amount of tension. So this works great. I don't have any problems with this yarn, this needle, hook. I keep saying needle. See, they come right out. They weren't snagged. They're perfect. The yarn is in good shape. I'm gonna try it one more time. Make sure it wasn't a fluke. Okay, so far, my thought is that this is a great hook for the price. I mean, it's less expensive than clover. It's plastic. Some people like plastic. Some people like the way plastic feels, the yarn feels on plastic. They can feel the fiber, and it tells them how to adjust their tension. So I have no problems with this hook. It's the first time I'm ever using it. I didn't try it before. Okay, I have some cotton. In fact, it's behind me here. Let's see if I get some cotton. Inexpensive cotton. I mean, the label even. Now, see, this one I didn't want the label to fall off. It fell off. Yeah, right. Okay, well, it's this cotton. It's 100% cotton. Again, Premier, dollar store, not dollar store, Dollar Tree. I buy a lot of it because I make washcloths. Actually, I make clothing out of it, and it's fine. And the funny thing that I found out so far, all the ones that I used, they glued the label on. That's probably a good thing, so this way it doesn't fall off when it's in the store. The more you use it, it gets softer. It gets fluffier and softer. It doesn't, you've seen some, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I've shown you most of my clothes when I make out of cotton, I was using just cotton. I can't use, what's that? I'm not sponsored by any of these, by the way, as you probably all know, because I've only started podcasting just in the last few months. So it's available. The cotton is soft. It gets softer. It's durable. So why not use it, right? So let's see how this this Prym hook works on it. Okay, so I'm going to and for some the other day I had pain in my hand. I don't know why. It went away in one day, so it's obviously not a condition. I don't know if it was because it was raining, and that could be it. Oh, it chains nice, feels good. My yarn moves smoothly, and this is cotton. And cotton has definitely has a different feel on the plastic, but I can't tell. This is a 4, which is awkward enough to use. Probably if I had tried it with an H, it would have been better. See my stitches? They look good, right? I think so. Let me move this out of the way. So my thought is, I got these at regular price from Michael's. I paid, again, and I'm not sponsored by any of these companies that I'm talking about. I'm not sponsored by Prym. I'm not sponsored or any affiliation with Michael's, even though I call Michael's a lot, or Dollar Tree, or Super Saver. So this hook cost me $5.40. I looked it up, $5.45 for this size hook. I got 20% off, which is like roughly what, $1.20 roughly, and so you subtract it from $5.40. I only paid $4 and change. Not even $4. What's that? 3 something, almost $4. For my math is terrible and I'm doing it on my head. I don't even know why I try. But anyway, it's 120, it's 20, and then one's for it's 4.20. So it's $4 hook. Not bad. You can get the whole set. These would be great to travel with because I would die if I lost my clovers. Now, my most inexpensive clover I have, I think I paid $5. Probably the same price, but that's when it was discounted. So mine is a thumbs up for Prym. I'm going to buy the rest of them. I might even duplicate them and keep them in my project bags, like when I finish them, keep my clover in the house, in that beautiful rack that Brenda's husband made for me. There's Brenda, the newbie crocheter. She also has holders and signage, all kinds of things for the crocheter, yarn person, I guess even knitting needle. So as you can see, I didn't have any problems with the Prym, so I give it a thumbs up. And I'm going to say goodbye. And I'm going to remind you to give me a thumbs up when you leave. And I'm going to tell you to be kind, keep crocheting, and walk in the beauty of the day. Bye-bye.